Hold on. Stop. Give us a heads up.
3, 2, 1. It's your boy Guapo Damas at the top of the world. And look, we still wearing them muscle shirts up in here, right? We got Jerry and Mr. LP in the house.
What up, everybody?
Going straight to it. It's your drive on Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
Hey, give it to me already, right? Who's your best middleweight of all time? Go ahead, shoot off, Mr. LP.
Of all time?
All time.
Hold on.
Yep.
He's going to be European.
No.
Somehow I believe that he's got a European guy. So let's go. Let's hear it.
No.
Oh, the surprise. It's not somebody
at 160 pounds, a middleweight, the best all-time great. For me, hands down, is the great Carlos Monzon.
Yeah.
It's because his name was Carlos, huh?
Yeah.
After that, can't hate on that at all.
Carlos Monzon.
That's a good pick.
Carlos Monzon went on a 77 fight streak of being undefeated. He actually had a draw within them 77 fights. But understand this. We're talking about an era where this man was in a class of his own.
Mm-hmm.
What I mean is, there wasn't a 4 divisions champion. And there wasn't mini divisions, the juniors and supers.
Yeah.
He was the middleweight champion, and then he had the welterweight championship, and then he had the light heavyweight championship. That's what it was. And the people in his division back then, they focused on the top 15. You know why? Because they didn't have 4 champions.
They didn't have 4 belts. Yeah.
No,
so the top 15 was the elite. We're talking about guys of nowadays probably would have been champions, but they didn't get that honor because they were stuck in the realm of a freaking legend in Carlos Monzon. And we had welterweights who dared to be great, just like we just saw a couple of weeks ago with Bud Crawford moving on up, taking on a bigger man. And Monzon had his share of competition upstairs and downstairs, and in the realm that he was at, he stayed at middleweight his entire career. But the dude was a fucking beast, and anybody who was a threat or was a contender or as the next man up, he took him and whooped that ass. Jose Annapolis, all-time great. Emil Griffith, all-time great.
Listen, when you
the list goes on and on, bro.
Yeah, no, when you go in there and you put Monzon at 1, there's going to be very few people that
they're
will
going to debate that,
Yeah. I'm one of those people that will debate and argue, right? The reason why I'm going to debate and argue is I had a guy named Marvelous Marvin Hagler who fought at middleweight, whom I saw devastate that division also. I can't take anything away from Monzon.
Do you know who he looked up to?
Well, no, I'm sure, but that's only because Monzon came before him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I also believe that if Monzon came after him, Monzon
Marvin
Hagler,
the gentleman that he always was, always paid homage and respect to the man before him.
Listen,
and the great level of his division.
Marvelous Marvin Hagler did his thing. His work against Duran was a close fight, but he did enough to win against Duran. His work against Tommy Hearns, he devastated Tommy Hearns that night. I don't think there's anybody who could have come out that night and actually done anything against Marvelous.
How about knocking out the Beast Mugabe?
That was my third fight that I was going to, man. Beast Mugabe, man. When he fought Mugabe, it was just almost like Mugabe just kind of gave up in that fight, bro. Where it was like he couldn't do nothing more against that man. That was it, bro. He fought.
Vito Altafumo,
yeah,
who he fought 3 times. And I believe that was one of the guys he actually had a draw with, too.
Yeah, I saw the fight against Antifermo, bro. I believe that Marvelous Marvin Hagler won that fight against Antifermo from the get-go anyway, so I don't even think there should have been any more fights from that, right? The one blotch on his record is when he fights Sugar Ray Leonard. I had Marvin Hagler winning that fight,
and that fight was debatable as hell.
You know what I mean? So when you talk about 160, when you talk about middleweight, Marvelous Marvin Hagler is where I'm at. Mr. LP, who do you got?
You just gave me. I already told you. It's Jerry's pick.
Oh, my bad. Jerry, who you got at 160? All time.
And there's a couple guys that stand out to me. I think we got to pay homage to the executioner Bernard Hopkins.
Yeah, most definitely.
He was
the most title defenses in the division.
In that division.
It was a weak era though in the 1990s.
Kind of was, definitely was, and
he fought 3 times with Allen, 3 times with Antoine Eccles, and we're talking about guys.
But he did have some fights up in there, man. I mean, he did fight some greats. He got some big win over Trinidad.
I can't believe I can't believe he passed the torch.
Not at 160.
At 160.
Was that 160?
At 160.
Okay.
That's when Trinidad moved up from 140.
Okay.
He could not get past the young lion Jermaine Taylor though.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So he passed the torch to Jermaine Taylor in those titles. Jermaine Taylor.
Holy shit, he was undisputed champion.
Yeah.
What the hell?
So Jermaine Taylor held him for a while until he met one of my favorite fighters, Kelly Pavlik.
Ohio.
Yeah. The Ghost. Yeah. Pavlik ended up his career at 40-2. And those 2 losses were to Bernard Hopkins and then Sergio Martinez.
No shame in that.
Those are both going to Hall of Famers,
yeah,
obviously.
No shame in that. And by the way,
I can't believe Sergio didn't get brought up till right now.
Hold on. And by the way, we asked about this in another segment. Pavlik actually, in my opinion, is a Hall of Famer. And he doesn't get the respect he deserves. We were asking about somebody else. I can't remember who it was. I actually think Pavlik deserves to. Because
he might not be a first ballot.
No, he's definitely a Hall of Famer, though.
But I'm saying, losing those to El Mavilal and the Alien, there's no shame in that.
None
there's no shame at all. And my goodness, that first fight with Jermaine Taylor, where Taylor almost had him out.
Oh, because Kelly Pavlik was there sticking his tongue out, trying to bait him, and then Jermaine Taylor hit him with that 2-piece, and then put him down, and then he was like, oh shit, I ain't gonna play with that man no more. But then Jermaine Taylor, man, he lost gas at the end of that fight, and Kelly Pavlik, bro, with those lanky ass arms and that like mysterious power that he carried.
Other than Castillo and Chico, have you ever seen a bigger comeback? I mean, that's fucking amazing, bro. That Kelly Pavlik comeback.
I know, right?
Amazing.
Yeah. Right. It was
real talk.
I actually just seen it on a reel on social media. There was like the real life
reaction.
Rocky. Oh. The real life Rocky, where he was getting dinged up and I was like, I like that. So that's an honorable mention, though.
Yeah.
So hold on. Sidebar. So Kelly Pavlik, I know you got to discuss it. We're going to make this segment what it is, but so Kelly Pavlik was the champion, and our AZ homeboy Ernie Gonzalez, well, the boxer world knows him as Jesus. El Martillo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Martillo.
So he fought here at the America West Arena on the undercard with Chavez Goodbye farewell fight card, and it was a very disturbing night for me because I was so disappointed because, yeah. But anyways, Ernie took on
Willie Wise,
the Mexican Jose Luis Zertuche, and Zertuche knocked his ass out in his hometown, and I was like, God dang it. So the winner of that fight, it was a title eliminator. So Zertuche gets the W,
and he fights
Kelly Pavlik on HBO. And I'm all like, man, if this fool wins this fucking title, man, Ernie's gonna be this and that. Only for me to witness that Kelly Pavlik just beat the brakes, annihilated Zertuche. Knocked his. Hey, he hit us so hard. Zertuche was knocked out.
Ernie, bro.
Hey, you can Google this shit, you guys. Zertuche was knocked out on his feet before he fell and hit his fucking face. I was like, yeah, everything happens for a reason. All respect, homeboy. Ernie, love you, brother.
Yeah, Ernie got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 fights after the Zertuche loss, all W's.
To take on the Superman.
And then he eventually took on Adonis Stevenson, who was the big puncher, and he hasn't fought since. And hopefully Ernie is living his life healthy now.
I know he's got a family.
He's going to fight Stevenson again.
Well, he's not fighting anybody again. But he gave us He gave us plenty of entertainment, so thank you and salutes to you.
Man. Shout out to Martino.
So I remember New Times and actually the newspaper, the Republic, whatever the case of what it is here in Arizona. I don't know what it's for Phoenix. Is it Republic? Right?
Arizona Republic.
But he's had a lot of snippets that you can save and stuff. If you're a fan, this and that. But I've always been a supporter. I known this man since he was a kid. I was probably about 17, 18 when I was doing my boxing at the elite level, and he was an up and coming kid doing his thing, winning freaking national titles and stuff, man. And I spent a lot of rounds sparring with him and that. And I'm not gonna get to it, but he was a kid, you know what I'm saying? So I was having my fun. I was putting him on game, but his dad spent a lot of time in the gym with me as well. So his father.
How hard did he hit, bro?
Oh, he hit hard. No, he was strong, bro. Even for a kid.
Hey, you got a nickname as El Tío.
Even for a kid.
Yes, you gotta hit.
But one thing that him and his father actually didn't catch though, it was this though, that they hit a brick wall with me because I could take a big punch though. So he used to knock mofos out from the amateurs to the pros with a devastating straight.
How many times did he knock you out, bro?
He ain't never had it, bro. So he was a softball and he had a killer Viper freaking left hand
straight
that
left.
went right down the freaking pipe in the bread basket, and it folded people. I've seen it in the amateurs and I've seen it in the pros plenty of times. And when we were sparring, like the kid was just having some fun. Like at this point he was like 15, 16. I'm like 18, and I could see he's so confident and smooth with it, and he tries to throw that shot as opposed to me trying to embrace it or trying to freaking just fuck with it. I just knew that I was able to take the punch because I just knew, and I just and he hit me, and then I pop, and he was like, "Oh, what the hell?" And then I gave it to him again. I picked my hands up, and he served it again. But that's the whole point. That's all I was trying to show him the flaw. He kept telegraphing that monster punch. Although people were feared and they were respecting the power that was coming, they're like, "Oh my God, here it comes." But then you're going to find somebody who's going to be able to take it. Don't. And that's exactly what he was trying to do was Artuche. And I don't know if you remember, I was on the rail and I was so pissed off, like, I fucking was telling you. I was so disappointed. But I love him. That's my little brother in the boxing gym and stuff. And again, I love his pops. His pops taught me. He was a mentor in my freaking upbringing, this and that too. But he's gone on. He turned pro. He did bigger and better things than I ever could do. So I'm not going to sit here and knock at the bitch and complain. Respect to him. But let's circle back in regards to what the whole topic was, though. So we're talking about the top freaking middleweight stuff. But yes. But shout out to the homie, though. We're sidetracking. Shout out to the homie. But I do want to share one more regarding him. I'm in Indiana. So I just spend Indiana every summer with my son's mother, the ex. I had the luxury, working from home, this and that. So I was spending the summer. We were at a Buffalo Wild Wings, and it was ESPN Friday Night Fights, and they had other stuff on. And I made a big old fuss. I was like, "My boy is fighting tonight, Ernie. He's fighting. Put this shit on," and they did. I had to kick up a little fuss, but they finally put the shit on. And oh my goodness, you guys. I can't remember exactly who he fought, but it was a banger. Both of them went down. It was an absolute fucking banger. And Ernie pulled off the victory. It was right before the Adonis Stevenson fight. But it also showed the vulnerability because he was getting clocked. I was like, oh shit. Because Superman Stevenson was the base at that time. And he just proved it because, and no offense, Ernie, love, man, if you're watching this shit, no offense, but that knockout with him and Adonis is one of the most brutal KOs I ever witnessed in my life. It was devastating. Devastating.
We talked about the beauty of the sport all the time and the respect that we have for anybody who walks between those ropes for our entertainment value that needs to be acknowledged regularly, and we will on this platform. So shout out to all boxers who walk through, man or woman, through the ring that sacrifice their health and being vulnerable.
No matter the outcome of your fight,
entertainment at the top.
No matter the outcome of your fight, you went in there and you showed bravery. People don't understand, man. Stepping in through those roles, man, it takes so much. And then I don't care who you are, or what level of the game that you are, whether you're just your first timer, or you're a multi-division or state champion, or you turn pro and you're doing the local cards, or you get into the mainstream, man, from the limelight to whatever, however limelight the level is, you're gonna always have those butterflies, man, and that's the bravery, you know. It's not the absence of fear. Mm-hmm. It's just the you're built different.
And then on the flip side
you
of
suck
that,
it up, man. You just walk in, you embrace it, and there's fear and there's panic because you don't know what's going to come. You can prepare yourself as hard as you can, and you just don't know because something can always happen. But you gotta be ready, but you can't let that get the best of you, man. It's just all this goes. We had this conversation with Jordan, you know, and I love that segment. But we had like a 2.5 hour conversation with him. But we're talking about the mental psyche of a fighter, you know. But it was a respect, though. You know, it's not a knock. Like I said, Ernie's gonna probably, you know, I'm probably gonna tag him on a little snippet or whatever. But it ain't no disrespect or no knock. You know, I'm just saying, like, yeah, you took some L's, but you did it though. You did it.
You dared to be great.
Sometimes you gotta do that. You gotta dare to be great. You know what I mean?
No, you gotta
swing for it.
Right.
And sometimes you hit a home run. Sometimes you strike out. That is what it is.
But to be vulnerable in that situation, you know, is what's impressive.
That part
is what's impressive as an outsider looking in.
You peeling yourself away like, okay, this is who I am. Mm-hmm. You can't, as they say in the sport of boxing, and they say, I'm pretty sure in many sports, but it's more true in this purest of sport to human mankind. It's the oldest sports of mankind. You can't lie.
Yeah.
You can lie to yourself. You can lie to your fans. You can lie to your family. You can lie to your coach.
But once that bell rings.
But once that fucking bell rings, the truth
shall
come out.
Set you free.
That's it, man. That's it. There is no.
But that truth.
There is no turning corners.
That truth. And for example, like Michael Spinks freezing with Mike Tyson. Truth set him free. He was stone cold, if you will, terrified. And the list goes on. Bruce Seldon. No offense to, I know his son's trying to do his thing.
Bruce Seldon, if you
but what a fucking pussy!
Here, remember who said
you can find Mr. LP here on Fridays.
But what a pussy! I know, right?
Here every Friday.
But what a fucking pussy, though, man. He fucking froze and choked and fucking folded and flopped around like a fucking fish out of the water so many times. It was just such a. It's crazy.
Hey, maybe he watched too much soccer.
He was a big.
That's it, bro.
He was a big
got
dude.
Into the floppy part of
he was a big dude. He was yoked. He had all them muscles, bro. But every time he stepped up his game, and you could see it, he was already terrified. He's like, as soon as he hits me, I'm just gonna flop. And that's what he did. It was a joke, man.
But that's a mental game too that you have within yourself.
That's 100%.
You know,
100%.
And then another thing too is when fighters take L's and how bad they take it out on themselves or people around them because it's hard to deal with loss. You know, you feel like you let people down, you left yourself down, your family down, or your team, or whatever the reason may be, and then it's hard to sometimes overcome that. That's why a lot of fighters need a comeback tune-up fight just to get back in the win column.
A gimme fight.
A gimme, just to kind of gain your mojo back. And then when you lose multiple fights, you go back into that mentality. So it's a certain type of mental toughness. Being a fighter because you're going to take L's, whether it's in the lose column or in an injury or you're sacrificing away time from family, you're going to take L's regardless.
Yeah.
So that's another aspect of it too.
Bro.
It is what you can rebound.
Damn.
It's giving that aspect, man.
Damn. That's real talk right there.
And that's
even if you win the fight, you still took an L, bro.
Yeah, sometimes that is what it is, man. It is how you fight that fight, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Listen, that's been a good 20 minutes on your drive.
Wait, he hasn't even given us his number one real quick.
Go ahead, my man.
Bro, we got plenty to discuss right there. So
most definitely.
I don't know.
I think Mr. LP took 15 minutes on speaking on heavyweights when we were talking about.
I'm gonna give him what he wants.
Yes.
This guy.
Triple G's in the discussion. Okay. He's in the discussion. But that's where we end the discussion. We got to go.
He ain't at home.
Drive safe.
Drive safe.
Triple E.
For the love of boxing, baby.
For love of boxing.